Welcome to ZAG SZN, a Gotham Production Studios original podcast. My name is Brianna.
I'm Raúl.
I'm Breonn.
We're here to debate our office's most unpopular and completely meaningless opinions, and my ZAG is this. I want to discuss and really push back on New York City storefronts being a front for something else sinister.
All right.
Storefronts.
Storefronts. And I do owe that to you because he gave me that idea this morning. I don't want to claim.
Cut that out. That's such a lie.
No, I don't want to claim that I had the front idea because that wasn't me. But in general, I'm going to be so not specific so that way I don't get in trouble. There just happens to be some smoke shop near our studios. I'm a business owner. I've toured like street level retail opportunities, and I know they are so much more expensive than being in a high rise. And this place is a front. I'll die on that hill. And actually, I kind of have come up with little like schemes and ways of maybe like figuring out what's really going on in there. I will wait to hear about, your guys' opinions. But I also would like to just know, have you ever like seen a storefront and you're like, nope, that's not what that is?
I haven't really seen a storefront, and I'm not trying to go off topic, but I've seen things where I'm like, something is happening in here, and it's not the business that it says that it is. Like, I remember I was walking with a past friend of mine, and we saw this light like twinkling, but it was like twinkling in a pattern. And I was like, dude, that's Morse code. Mm-hmm. Someone's trying to get help.
No, I'm so on board with this.
This is not a parking valet establishment.
Oh, they're probably alerting when the girlies are walking through. Like, that looks like could kidnap easily or something.
Oh.
Help me, please. I'm downstairs.
Oh, that part too.
This is a Parasite situation. God. No spoilers.
That was such a good movie.
Seen it?
You've never seen Parasite?
Sorry.
No, we have
that's another ZAG.
Please cut that part where you did not see Parasite.
You will get roasted.
Please, comment section, please. I very much like this ZAG, and I think we can open it up because there are like smoke shops everywhere. We're located in Midtown Manhattan. We probably have some of the like highest foot traffic in, I'll just limit it to like the United States. It's like understandable that there could be like a lot of street level retail that like does well. But when you walk past a place all the time and you never see someone in there, and then there's like a restaurant, like anybody who like lives in New York City, I think understands this. Restaurants just go in and out of business like all the time, all the time. It'll be like a restaurant that opens up and like 6 months later, gone. So it's like, well, if they can't survive and people got to eat 3 meals a day,
8 million people,
and then like this smoke shop or like these tchotchke shops, is half the country wearing like I Heart New York merch?
Oh, yeah.
Like middle America, the real America. If people just like in the middle of Iowa, they took that one trip to see a Broadway show and they left with like 3 suitcases worth of I Heart New York fridge magnets and sweatshirts and the whole thing. Like, how are they all staying in business? What are we talking about?
You're not selling enough bags of Ruffles and packs of Zins to keep the lights on in here. No. And they have like light strips and stuff. It's not one light bill, like or one light source for the bill. Like that bill is high.
Yo, those lights do not turn off.
No, right. Never. I am so happy to hear you guys on my side after the great pancake debacle of 2024. I really never thought I could get you guys here.
Spoken as a person that cooks most of the pancakes that she has to eat, it's very heartbreaking.
Wow, I'm actually in awe.
I'm just it's such a bizarre thing. This is confusing.
I've never met a single person in my entire life that did that.
The pancakes.
But I'm so happy. Okay, so now let's come back a little bit towards my specific place that, again, I'm going to be so general about because, God forbid, we stumble upon something and maybe save lives here. Sure.
If the audience couldn't hear that, that was Autumn who's recording this episode, laughing from the other side of the door. We all heard it.
Yeah. Okay. But here's the deal. As I'm so happy to hear that you guys have these opinions because of how much I know as a business owner of how much things cost me.
Right.
Right.
Sure,
And
yeah.
so without having to be the one to like, you know it for your like apartments and your personal things, of course, but like speaking on a business and how many things you have to pay for and how much those things can adjust even like throughout the year. I'm sorry if I see your establishment and it comes in and there's a rectangle and all you have is one wall of shelves with like 3 packs of toilet paper, and then you have some drinkies, and then on this whole other side is the person checking you out, and he's checking you out, trust me, for other things. He's like, could I get this one? I already know that. And then he also, and like I was advised not to say this, but I'm probably gonna say it, is he had a bunch of aeroplane stickers and like decals. That's not your business. So what are we doing? To me, that's a signal. That's like the bat signal for traffickers right there to say traffic, air traffic. That's like, come on.
Air traffic control.
But like for creeps, they're like,
Got it.
we have that here, you know, for people, they need to know. You can't just say it. You definitely can't text it. You can't say it on a phone call. How else are you going to alert people that we have more than toilet paper here? It's that.
If the FBI is listening, I think Brianna may be, she's either spot on and should just become like the next head of the FBI.
Yeah.
Recruiter.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know, this guy just likes planes. I'm not sure. Which
Yeah.
is a possibility. But I do agree with the idea that like it's just when a place is not maximizing their square footage, say this real clear. New York is expensive. Okay. New York
Very.
is expensive. So you walk into one of these, and we're not talking about like some luxury retail, some luxury like fashion where like they have, you know, 4 sweatshirts hanging. It's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
This place isn't packed.
This isn't Soho.
But
with like these
every
trendy,
one of those
Yeah.
sweatshirts costs $800. Like, all right, well, you sell one of those a week, and I don't know, you're whatever.
Right.
We're talking about these places selling merch for like $10 a pop, whatever. You're paying your rent off of like Hal's seltzers?
Yeah, 3 keychains for $10.
No.
No.
Not rent. Not rent.
Not
rent.
here.
Not here. Not your
Not on my
electricity.
watch.
Not your AC.
Definitely not on your watch.
Definitely not on my watch.
And you are watching.
Oh, can I curse here? Because a bitch is watching. And the reason why I'm not being specific is because it was brought to my attention that there was that Pizzagate moment where somebody like mistakenly accused a pizza shop of like being a trafficking ring. So look, I'm not trying to ruin lives, but I'm also trying to potentially save some.
Yeah.
And so while I don't
Potentially.
So while I don't want to ruin anybody's life, I am keeping a watchful eye. I walk past this establishment 2 times a day. I'm keeping an eye out. I'm watching.
And let's add one more piece to this. We're not just talking about these like little storefronts that are sometimes a little suspicious. You're like, I've never seen anybody in there.
Yeah.
There are furniture stores, giant furniture stores in
Corporate chains.
New York City. And you walk in there and they got 3 floors of couches and bedside tables and lamps, and there ain't nobody in there. And it's Saturday. And it's empty. And you want to talk about like rent off a square footage? I mean, are you guys like just doing online? Is this 100% online sales? Like, what are we doing? There's no one in here.
Yeah. No, there's something very sinister happening, and I'm going to figure it out. Okay.
This feels like less of a zag and more of just like a warning shot to business owners
I'm dying.
across our city.
Yeah.
Just, make sure you got your books in order.
Yeah. Make sure. Also, last threatening piece of thing that I'll say here is that when I first went to college, granted, I only went for 9 months. Don't look into it too much, but I decided, I was like, what am I good at? And I was like, list down on all my things. And I said, you know what? The perfect job for me, homicide detective.
Heard you.
So I went to school for criminal justice. I'm crying.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. So I went to school for criminal justice until I realized, I didn't know it at the time, that you have to be a police officer first to be a detective.
Yeah.
You thought they were just gonna let you on the scene with a notepad and a pen?
Here's what I guess.
She thought she was going to be Monk.
I was like, here's what you do. You go to school, get your criminal justice degree. I go to the police station and I say, I'm like really good at figuring things out. And also degree. And then they would be like, of course, detective, right? Turns out you have to go be a police officer first. And I was like, oh, well, screw that. I am not being a police. And that's when I quit school the first time.
You thought you were going to be like, is every TBS, like Psych, Monk, just every one of these shows where it's like, does this person work for the police department? Why is this person solving all these crimes?
Yes, right. I had never watched any of those, but it was really like 48 Hours and Forensic Files that I like grew up watching, loved them. And I was like, oh, it's this. Turned out it would be that. And then I was like, I think I'm pretty good at this. Let me get my hands up in there.
Here's what I would say, what I would suggest. I heard this once. I found this really inspirational, I think. Someone once said, like, if you wake up every day and you think about writing, and you sit down and you write, and that's what's on your mind, and that's what preoccupies your mind, and that's what you're focused on. And guess what? You are a writer. You don't need somebody else to tell you that you are a writer. So I'm here to tell you, Brianna, that you are a homicide detective.
Thank you.
And no one can take that away from you.
Oh, 9 months of school. What? I only needed Raúl to say it. Okay. Well, this has been ZAG season. Very last thing. Keep your eyes open. Keep it peeled and then report back. Okay? Okay.
Report back.
Keep your wits about you.
Keep your wits.
We will be monitoring the
senses.
comment section of this one. So yeah, just,
I really appreciate you guys
doing the
being
good
so
work.
open. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is ZAG season. My name is Brianna.
I'm Raúl.
I'm Breonn.
Thank you for tuning in.